Alright, welcome back everybody to KnowItAllDM Entertainment. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great today. I'm hanging out, starting a new playthrough of Empyrion Galactic Survival. Now you guys may know, or remember, that when I started my last playthrough, I said even if there's an update that doesn't require you to restart, that's not going to break the game if you don't restart, that I would continue playing. Like, if there's an update, but it doesn't break your game, I would keep playing. Well, I kind of lied. I didn't lie, but I didn't expect them to put out the update that they put out. Specifically, they changed the Akua-Omicron scenario, and I want to take advantage of that change with my playthrough. And in order to do so, a restart is in order. The change they made is they added multiple star systems in the Omicron Akua or Akua-Omicron system. And it's what they sort of call a tech demo is what they called it. And basically it's just showing how they're currently doing it, at what process they're in the multiple star systems. You can't randomly generate them yet, but you can create scenarios with multiple star systems now and link them through normal warp lanes. However, they are eventually going to change how the warp from system to system mechanic works. In the meantime, that's not what they've done. So, in any case, we're going to start a new playthrough. I'm starting on Omicron this time, just to switch things up a little bit. And instead of taking over bases and instead of building my own straight from scratch as I'm doing it, I know you guys like me doing that, but I want to also test out my new line of blueprints, which will be uploaded to the workshop once I get them upload worthy. Right now, I think they are upload worthy, at least the ones I will be showing in this playthrough, and you guys may have seen a little video of it earlier in the week. Now, for me, this update, Alpha 11, dropped today, and they've already had 2 patch updates for it. So one was a hotfix update, one was a not quite hotfix update, but sort of hotfix update. In any case, if they have any major updates, I may or may not be required to restart again. Hopefully not. But I'm going to continue this, starting a new game, and we're going to see what we have. Now, I'm just going to randomize the seed here, and difficulty settings. My difficulty settings, this is what my standard is going to be when I do playthroughs. Medium and normal starting equipment and life stats. The player and life stats are medium and normal. Resources are rich and plentiful, so I get a lot of resources, but auto miner depletion is true, so it will deplete ores with auto miners. Enemy difficulties are high, hard, and high, so they're the most difficult. And constructor speed and blueprint repair speed is fast, so I'm not waiting forever to, do things for you with you on screen. But everything that's listed as possible to be true false is going to be true. This is because I feel that is the way that the creators intended the game to be played, while they are providing you with options to play it in a different manner. So I'm going to be playing it with everything that's possible to be true false as true. So mass volume is on. The new CPU points are going to be on. The block limits are going to be on. The blueprint spawn limit, meaning I have to spawn it on a base, that's going to be on. And so, and I've made this ARV line of blueprints compatible with this and taking this into specific account when creating them. So, in any case, now with all that, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and jump into this planet, or jump into this game, on our new Omicron arid planet. So let's go ahead and get into the game! Alright, here we are. We are on Omicron. And there's a wreckage right there. We're going to head towards that wreckage just to get a little little bit of starting, whatchamacallit going. And it's interesting that I'm starting on a crash site on Omicron while Akua does not have a crash site. Interesting thing to note. Interesting thing to note. Okay. There we go. Yay. Okay. And we're right here, right next to this, this little base here. Getting a little good start right there with some extra equipment and food. Nice, nice. Okay, ore scanner. Let's go ahead and put this and this and this on the hotbar. I don't normally go, I don't normally put oxygen and stuff on my hotbar because I put the stuff I need in here. Medical supplies, that flashlight we are not going to need, and a biofuel. So one of the first things we're probably going to want to do, we're going to want to start working towards our first base. So the first... Oh, they've got solo missions. Oh, mission dealer? Sathium freighter mission? Interesting. I don't know if these were... Wow. Yeah, you have to be level 25 for these. I don't know when these were added. I don't know if it was this latest mission or what. Yeah, it was this latest mission because you see these down here, the optonic bridges, matrices, and all that. That's very interesting. What does it say? Really interesting. Anyway, we'll end up doing those when we get to those levels. But in the meantime, what we're going to want to look for our first ARV line. I don't know if I want to do the camp base yet because that's kind of, it's level 1, yes. But, what the heck, let's see what we can do about that. So we're going to need stone dust, silicon, copper, carbon, and iron, and wood. So this ought to give us some of the iron that we need. And so what I'm going to do with these playthroughs is I'm going to probably be recording, you know, multiple hours at a time. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a sort of, you know, to be continued screen when I'm going from one episode to the other, probably cutting them at about 30 to 45 minutes per episode. Because normally I leave the hour-long episodes for multiplayer because they tend to be a little bit more interesting with multiplayer. And I will be probably cutting out some of the more boring salvage and is that a volcanic moon? Hold on. Planet info, moon. It is a lava moon. Interesting. Whoa. Give me that. So, looking at the map, and let's just get up like this a little bit. This is our current star system here. This is the star system we are currently in. However, as you can see, there are other star systems out there. And what we're going to end up doing is, let's see if I can, there we go. What we're going to end up doing is we are going to be going from one system to the next when we find the appropriate places. I believe Lagrange 1 is one of the places we can go to get to another star system. All right, so how much iron are we going to need for this base camp? 6, which means we're going to need 60 plates. We're halfway there. Because if I'm not mistaken, each... hold Oh, look, there's birds. I mean, those are just like, they're not actual birds, unfortunately, but they look a lot better than they used to. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get one more. Okay. Now, let's go ahead. Because I'm going to start with the base camp, working towards that. And then we will go towards these as well. So I'll do the base camp first and then probably the clone chamber. Then we'll work towards the small constructor, oxygen station, and repository. Not necessarily in that order. So if I put these in here, that'll give us... Oh, that gives us 8. Okay, so 10 is 20, 5 is 1. Nice. Okay. I'll probably salvage the rest of this as well. Just so I can get more, more iron going. Let's see. All right. So now that we've got that taken completely care of, I think our next goal ought to be to try to find some water. There's not a whole lot of water in this biome. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and gather up resources as we go, of course. But I'm going to head off in that direction because I think there might be some water in that direction. It looks like that's a decent direction to head. And since we're going to stay in the crash site for a while, because I was on the edge of it, it looks like this whole area is the crash site. So I'm going to head through the crash site out this direction. And I'm going to gather up some food and such on the way, because I am a little bit hungry and injured. And let's get some wood while we're at it, because we're going to need that for our base too, just a little bit. We're going to need... Yeah, just one thing of wood ought to do it. So, there we go. We got some fruit here. We got some that there. Medical plants. Fiber. I can make some more bandages if I needed to. There's a lot of these little fruit things or vegetable things in here, so that's nice. Get a few spikes. And here's some crickets. Go ahead and get some juice going. Oh, I can't grab that one? Okay. Let's get some fruit juice, I suppose, if I can. Or vegetable juice, I guess I'll have to do. Veggie juice going. 1, 2, 3. And we'll drink some veggie juice to heal ourselves up. No sign of water yet. And I don't see any iron either. I got a little bit of copper. I'm going to need some iron if I'm going to get that. Iron and silicone. Which means I may have to go back out into the mountain areas that direction, see if I can find some iron. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I had a jetpack with this thing. Oh, look, it's a little lizard mules. It's interesting how the crash site is always like really nice and everything. I mean, they do that so you're not going to die right away, but I still find it ironic. Now that I'm level 3, okay. This has more than enough fruits and food and stuff in it. That looks like it's a, what do you call that? radiation biome. I really don't want to head that direction towards a radiation biome. But it does appear there is some water out this direction. So I'm going to keep heading out this direction. Water out that direction too. I think I'm actually going to head this direction because I am going to, if that is a radiation biome, I'm going to want to try to utilize it eventually to see if I can get some cobalt and probably promethium. Looks like my oxygen's getting a little low. That's another thing that they added. You'll notice my oxygen thing is turning yellow because I've got a oxygen issue. When your stats and stuff start going down, it actually it actually colors them yellow when it starts getting a bit low, and then red when it's getting really low. Which is nice. It's nice to have that little indicator. So if you're not constantly watching it, you'll actually get to see. Let's get this going. You can see the change in it quicker. All right, we got a little bit of iron over here. What is this? A dunes biome? Okay, straight from the crash site into a dunes biome. The dunes biome might have some silicon in it. Oh, there's another small wreck out this direction. Let's get this little bit of iron over here that we can, and then it looks like we'll be going into I don't know what biome that is, but I see some silicon in it, so I'm heading this way. No, that's not silicon. That's a little spike thing. Sand biome. Yeah, so there's the small wreck I just discovered. We're going to head off that direction a bit. I need to find some silicone. There might be some silicone in the water. If I'm not mistaken, silicone is occasionally found in the water. Wait, is this silicone right here? Yeah, we got a bit of silicone right here. Okay, let us, we're gonna have to miscellaneous, instructor. I've already got a heater cooler, so I don't need that. Let's head over to this wreckage area, and I might end up utilizing that as... Ooh, there's some more silicon over here. I might end up utilizing that wreckage biome, or that wreckage area, that small wreckage area near the water as my base. I'll probably not use the wreckage, but like I said, I'm going to spawn in... There we go. I'm going to spawn in some the bases and stuff that we need. So we're going to start, like I said, with this camp that we've already started with. But as soon as I get the portable constructor up and running, which I'm going to set up over this way. This isn't a bad area. I am kind of close to the Xerax over there. I don't think I'm going to spawn the camp in over here yet. I think I'm going to head away from... Oh, this is a drone thing. They call it a drone wreckage or something like that. Let's see. Could use a bit more iron, but I've got a lot of that. Let's see. How much iron am I going to need I need 6 for this. I've got 8. I'm going to need 12 plus 12 plus 6. Let's not worry about that yet. So 12 plus 12, that's 24 plus another 12. 24 is 36. And I've got, let's just see how much I have right now. Oh, it doesn't need it right now. So if that's 14 right there. So let's go ahead and grab some more iron from this here. And then let me go ahead and set this down. Okay. And now that I have this, I can actually grab some rocks and such and utilize rocks to make the basic resources that I need. At least it's not too hot for me right now. All right, so now that we've gotten that, go ahead and pick up all this. And I'm actually, I'm going to start. See, it's nice being here next to the water. There's more water off that direction. I think for the meantime, until I can get a bike up and running, I'm going to stay right here. For the bike, I believe I'm going to need some additional let's see. Yeah, I'm probably just going to need some dirt. There's a rock right there. Let's go ahead and start some of this food going ahead and cooking. I'm going to make one of these. And a second of those just to see if I can. And then I'm not going to be able to make all those probably. But then I'm going to want fruit juice. Make another bandage. Cancel those, make a bandage. And we'll see what we can do with that. It is getting a little bit dark. It will be getting dark soon. So there's a little bit of dirt there. I'm glad those cactuses don't actually hurt you when you run into them. They may change that eventually, but for now, cactuses do not hurt you when you run into them. Okay. Oh, and there's this rock right here as well. Okay. So, with these in here, I can make the bike now, which is good. Let's go ahead. I'm going to eat these. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and take my last oxygen as well. All right. So now, once the bike is made, I should be able to head off this direction away from the Xerax territory and see if I can find some more water. For all I know, there's water right over that ridge on the way to that mountain area, but we will see. And even if I don't get to the water, getting away from here and setting up my oxygen generator, this thing, the water/O2 condenser, will be beneficial. It won't be very useful. It's 15% O2 content. So I don't know why it's not breathable, but I mean, I know mechanically, but I'm guessing maybe there's something in the atmosphere that makes it poisonous or whatever, because obviously the trees are here, and you know, trees, there are trees, maybe not enough to make enough oxygen, but there's obviously enough oxygen in there, because you only really need like 10% O2 content to actually be able to breathe in real life, something like that. Don't quote me on that, but you know, something to that effect. And all right, so now we've got our bicycle. We can head off in this direction, and if we actually head towards the sun, we will get more daylight. Let me gather up some resources while we're here. But yeah, because this planet is so small, and all the planets on the game are like this, but if you ride toward the sun, you actually get more daylight. It's weird. Now there's another small wreckage out here that we can go out there and take a look at. I don't want to mess with those worms. Those worms is nasty. But now let's take a look at these small wreckages out here. Oh, there's another one. So we might actually have a better chance of survival if we just keep finding these wreckages. I'm not going to take all of them apart. Only until I get the metal that we need, and I'm close. See, 120, that's 24. So I think if I take this one apart, I ought to get to where I need. Whoa! Okay. That scared me. So I don't want to mess with that. That they call it an Atyag, but it's not. It's actually a giant lizard monster. An Atyag is some sort of aberration with from Dungeons and Dragons. And ooh, there's another one. Fortunately, they are melee monsters, and I can ride away from them faster than they can move. But I think I've got enough iron. Ooh, look, it's another drone. Just another wrecked drone thing. I think I've got enough iron now that I should be okay. Ooh, there's a copper deposit. An iron deposit? We're getting close to something. Something good, probably. Iron deposit, copper deposit. I don't see any water. Ah, there's a large wreckage. Iron, copper, and silicon deposit, large wreckage. Yeah, I had a feeling something like this was nearby. So this is something that we didn't have in the, whatchamacallit, in the, on Akua. But in the standard start, game start, you do. Let's see. It's a large wreckage, but I don't see. Ah, there you are. And we got some stuff in it. Nice. Oh, and taking these apart, this will give me some silicone. So I'll take these. But I'm not going to utilize this as a base. It's obviously not a good enough, you know, thing as a base. I might come and take apart some of this stuff later if I need the iron. But for now, I think our best bet's just to keep moving. We could settle here. But I think I'm going to just mark these. and we're gonna head out, and I'll come back to these when we get more, like when we get a hover vessel going. Now I am running decently low on oxygen, so I'm gonna need to find a place to set down for a while and get at least a few more oxygen things. I might have to head back to the crash site biome and see if I can get some trees for fuel for that. Well, we're coming upon Talon territory. I really don't want to go into Talon territory, because if I go into Talon territory, I'll not be able to pick the stuff off the ground, which is annoying. But let's head back east towards the start biome. What do you call it? The crash site. And we will see if... Whoa! We will see if we can get some trees and such going. This isn't... I don't think this is the crash site. This is Savannah Edge. Ooh, there's another radiation biome over that way. I'm wondering... I don't want to go there just yet. But that's probably got more Xerax. Crap. Okay. Well, it looks like our best bet at the moment would actually, realistically, be to set up between these things here. So I'm gonna come over this way, and we're gonna see if we can set up between these three deposits. I need oxygen fast. Okay, so I'm gonna come on over here. I'm gonna go a little bit past the large wreckage, and I'm gonna set up my oxygen thing along with a little base camp area right here. Okay, right here looks good. So we'll set up camo, desert camo. We'll set our little thing. Let's set the oxygen and go ahead and get that started. And I'm not going to do the little cheaty thing and put them in, take them out. I don't know if that even works anymore, but okay. So now I'm probably going to end up setting up this base camp over here. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. I need 5 wooden planks. I need carbon substrate. Let's go ahead and do that. And then get 4 of those. Okay, we'll go ahead and throw all this in here. Let's see. So 5 planks, 7 carbon substrate. Let's go ahead and turn that into oxygen. So 7 carbon substrate, copper ingots, stone dust, and silicon ingots. So let's see, after those, let's go turning that into stone dust, because we're going to need, that's going to make, what, 80 stone dust? We're going to need more dirt. We can go ahead and fill up a decent amount of oxygen right here. And let's go grab some more dirt. And if we see a tree around this area, we'll grab it as well. But okay, we've got a good amount of dirt here. Got a little bit here, a little bit over here. That, I think, that and this ought to have a good amount, maybe. Alright, we've got more stone dust than is necessary. We can grab some plant fibers while we're out here, but no actual trees. That's a disappointment. Okay. We're right at the copper deposit. Where's our campsite? Let me... I'm gonna come back over this way and set up a little waypoint thing here. Okay. Campsite. There we go. Okay. We've made more of this. Good. We can just pop that in there. Okay. We'll throw this in here. That's 80. How much did we need? 176. So let's go ahead. We'll just make as many as we can. Okay. We'll go ahead and throw that in here. I know I'm going to need more of that for the other stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now, copper and silicone. Let's go ahead and pop in some ingots. Let's see. Silicone and copper. What I can do for silicone and copper are electronics. If that's 20 electronics, that'll be 10 of these is what I will need. And then I'll need some additional silicone because that'll only give me 10 silicone. So I'll need 17 more. Glass plates are a 1-to-1, so we can go ahead and do glass plates. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 10. And we'll be able to see if we can make that many. Maybe, because we do have that and those. We ought to be okay on resources. So we should be able to get this camp base started. At the very least. And then I think, like I said, the next thing I'm going to set up probably going to be the clone chamber, which isn't going to need as much. I might already have some of the stuff, but once we get the camp base going, I might go to the copper or silicon deposit and do a little bit of mining. It's funny, that large wreckage over there has a little glow to it. That's weird. But in any case, now that we've got these, I can pop, let's go over to the factory. I can pop that in. And then I need 3 more. No, wait. I got them right here. I forgot to grab those. So I've got an extra one. Yay! So 2 minutes, 24 seconds. while we're waiting, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to come over to the silicone deposit, because that's something we are relatively short on. And I'm going to start mining up a little bit of silicone while we wait for our base to finish.